Hello and welcome to the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. And joining us today is Charles. Hey, Charles, how you doing today?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking. So, kind of tell us a little bit on how you got into music to get started.
Actually, I started when I was about 12 years old. Um, my first instrument was trombone. I grew up in a little rural area, and
Mhm.
of course, you got into the band when you were in the sixth. Well, the beginning of band when you were 16 years. I mean, 6 years old. Not 6 years old, but in the sixth grade. But anyway, of course, in the seventh grade, I was in the band, and my first
Mhm.
instrument again was trombone, and that's how I started with music. And I grew into it, and I really enjoyed songwriting. I've always enjoyed songwriting, and I basically, again, I write my own songs. I work with this group of guys. We've been together forever. We've been knowing each other forever, and we get together and we sit down and we write. We record, and that's it.
That's awesome. Is there
Hmm.
something in particular that you like about songwriting?
Well, yeah, I just like to do it. It's not a hobby in a sense. It's just
Hmm.
something that's always been a part of me. I believe in being creative. I'm a creative thinker. I'm always a supporter of the arts.
Hmm.
I'm not wrapped up in a particular genre. I just
Hmm.
like all kinds of music. Bottom line, I just like a good song. I don't care who it's by.
Hmm. Doesn't matter the genre, doesn't matter
No,
what it is,
no,
as long as you like it.
yeah, not necessarily if I like it. I just like a good song.
Gotcha.
You know,
Hmm.
because I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody has their own individual taste, and I'm somewhat old school,
Hmm.
not somewhat old school. I am old school, and
Hmm.
you know, I I believe in respecting people and everyone's rights, and I don't want to overstep my bounds with anyone or that type of thing. So that's what I do. I just write songs. And I don't like. I say it like this. I have 6, 7 songs, and as a matter of fact, I'm about to release again in May or June. But what I've got going on, I like rock, some hip hop. It depends on the song again. I like music that's clean. I don't believe in degrading anybody or putting anybody down. That type of thing. Bottom line, it's like we all have a right to exist. We all have a right to our opinion. And thank God that we live in a country where we can have an opinion. You know.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100,000%.
Hmm.
That's a good thing. It's definitely good to have your own individual thoughts. Not
Yeah,
trying to get political here, but
yeah,
it's
exactly,
it's
exactly.
definitely good. Yeah.
Yeah, because we all can learn from one another. We all have to grow. There's always
Hmm.
room for growth. I
Hmm.
don't care where you are, where you live. Bottom line, the truth is this: we need one another. If we're going to, stay strong in the country, we definitely need one another. I don't,
Hmm.
and no one can change what's been done. And the same thing with someone's opinion. They have a right to their opinion, just like I
Hmm.
have a right to mine.
Right.
But at the same time, we've all fought and died for this country. I don't know. I know. There's everyone knows someone who's served
Hmm.
this country, and you
Served
don't
in the
necessarily.
war. Right.
Yeah, you don't have to be in the military in order to serve your country. There are many ways to serve the country simply by serving your community.
Hmm.
So I mean, there are all kinds of ways. So, like I said, bottom line, we all have a job to do. So, bottom line, we just keep it in God's hand, and you know, it's up to an individual. What the same thing with religion? That's up to an individual. That's a again goes back to a personal right. You know, but and that's what I do. I just try to do my part and keep it moving, and try not to overstep my bounds and step out into anybody else's space either.
That's very, very true. I definitely agree with you on that.
Hmm.
So Charles, if you could duet or collaborate with any singer, who would you choose and why? It could be either dead or alive.
Oh God, that's a good one there. Let's see here. I love all the artists. You of course know everybody loves James Brown. Can't help but to love
Mhm.
him. I used to try to emulate Michael Jackson. Uh, you know, but I grew out of that. Same thing with
Mhm.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Maurice White,
Mhm.
the OJ's. But we're talking about people like let me see. I love Steven Tyler.
Mhm.
Who else? What's that guy who's saying "You Are So Beautiful to Me"? I remember I used to sing his songs all the time. I think he's gone.
I think
I
I know
can't
who
think
you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I used to sing his songs, and Who else? I like Greg Allman. I'm no angel. But let me see. It's just an entire group of them. But to be more specific, I would probably say James Ingram or Jeffrey Osborne, because I used to sing a lot of their songs and I know their keys and things like that. So,
So what does a typical day-to-day look like for you, Charles?
well, actually, I'm somewhat retired in a sense.
Okay.
I had an accident a few years ago. I used to be very active. I used to play basketball, tennis, and sing. I still sing. I like singing. I enjoy singing. And speaking of which, it took a moment for me to find my voice. That's being for real. And the songs that I wrote initially, I didn't write them for me to sing, but I couldn't find anybody to sing them. And when I decided, I'm like, forget it. I know the songs, I'll do them myself. And I just got better and more confident, with each song and each recording. My day begins with, how would I say it? I'm more of a night person. I like a good movie, and like I'm into the series on Netflix called Resurrection. For some reason, I love the series. There's a lot of things that was going on then and still happening today. And I get up. I'm not a big breakfast fan, but what I like, I get up, maybe have a cup of coffee, or a banana, or a piece of fruit or something like that, and I just go from there. I don't do a whole lot. I'm a simple man, and I like being simple. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm a family man, and one thing that I know that I've learned is that every time you move, you're gonna have to spend some money. And like I tell my children, I said, when that money's out of your hand and goes to somebody else's hands, it's not your money anymore, it's their money. So I'm somewhat conservative. The most important thing to me is making sure that my household runs efficiently. And as long as my family is fine, and not just my family, the people that I know and love are fine, then I'm fine.
That's very true. Family is super important.
But I've always been a family man. I grew up in a big household. We were all close, and we're still close. And going back, I think I sent you my bio. My father, he was a musician,
right?
And I guess it's just in my genes. It's kind of like writing a song. When I write a song, I don't have anything in mind. I could be doing nothing, and the song just pop in my head. And I'm like, wait a minute, And I grew up on the bass clef. My primary instruments, my first was the trombone. That's my first instrument, and I taught myself how to play bass guitar and drums. And I was in Jackson State University's band, But like I said again, I started out in high school. And speaking of which, I was the first African American in my high school band. Like I said, I grew up in rural Mississippi. But and there were going to be more of us, and the rest of them quit. And my mom made it quite simple. She said, "I paid $200 for that horn, and you're going to play it, and the rest is history." And it's one of the best things, in my opinion, that could have happened to me. And it's kind of like education. It really opens up one's mind, to develop. And that's it. My mother I lost my father when I was a child, but I had a great mom. I mean, a super mom, a good stepfather, and she kept the family together. We never missed a meal, and of course, we had to work. We worked hard, and we learned great values, by working. I was a pretty good athlete too. I played football. I wish I played basketball, but didn't, because our ninth grade team beat the high school team in the scrimmage. But such is life. But yeah, that's what I do, man. I still believe in what I believe in. I think I've got a son that's a little better than Fried Bologna Sandwich. I haven't recorded it yet, but I've got 2 songs that I haven't released. And like I said again, I plan on releasing another song in May or June. But I'm itching to record this song, and I've been getting a lot of great feedback from Fried Bologna Sandwich. Hopefully I can catch the eye of a. So, meantime, I write songs, and I remember someone asked me. I was reading one of the groups that I belong to. about do I write songs out of emotion? In reality, I don't. I think I've written one song out of emotion, and the name of that song was "When My Time Comes." You know, again, I could be doing nothing, and a song will pop in my head. I'm like, wait a minute, what I'll do? I pick up my little bass. You know, I call him Thor. You know, I pick him up and I'll print out the bass line. You know, give an idea how I want the song to go, and I record it on something. You know, for my memory, that type of thing. As far as the lyrics go, you know how you just like writing anything else. You add in, you take away, you add in, you take away. So okay, this is how I want that to go. You know, but like I said again, I basically write the song around the bass part. And with the guys that I work with, like I said, we've been knowing each other forever, and they're really good musicians. You know, and I work around their schedule because, but anyway, like I said again, I work around their schedule, and we get together and we sit down. It probably takes anywhere from 6 hours to record a song. And we do it, and we do it, and we agree to disagree to agree. And fortunately, everything works out. We have a great chemistry together. So I can't complain, And I love working with these guys, and they like working with me. Like I said, we've been knowing each other forever, so that's that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Charles, what is one message that you'd like to give your fans or anyone listening or watching this?
What now?
What is one message that you would like to give your fans?
Well, I always support the arts. You should support the arts because what would we be without an outlet? I don't care what it's poetry, music, film, should I say television. What would we be? We need a form of entertainment because we all sometimes, we think life can become so complicated. We get so stressed out sometimes, and we need a break. And it goes back to supporting entertainment. And that's something that I believe in because, and to be honest, it's hard to keep my attention. You have to really be doing something to hold my attention. I'll listen to you. If I like you, I like you. If I don't, and it's not a thing of not liking you. I may have a different mindset the next day. Let me go home and think about it. So like, hey, that's pretty good, And I've got, like I said, a lot of major artists. I'll tell you one of my favorite groups. You ever heard of a group called Driving and Crying? They're from Georgia.
So.
They're Driving and Crying. They've got a song called "I'm Going Straight to Hell."
Yeah.
I love Driving and Crying. I've seen them about 5 times. They have they put on a show around the holidays a lot of times. And they're one of my favorite groups. I really love these guys. They're homegrown talent, but I do. Every chance I get, I go to see them. Same thing with Earth, Wind, and Fire, And I don't care how old you get. Shoot, it's good. I'm just glad it's good to be here.
Absolutely.
Like I tell my cousin, he's not just my cousin. We're just like brothers, right? And the best of friends. We both said we've got some more lies to tell and drinking to do. That's what I mean by and we say that jokingly, but that's what I mean by just glad to be here. Enjoy life. You only have one, and make the best of it, and respect people. That's what it's all about. Respect.
So, is there anything else that I forgot that you'd like to share with us today before we go?
Well, tell me how life is in Massachusetts.
Did you say how life was?
Yeah, in Massachusetts. Well, you guys, I've never been there.
New England in itself and Massachusetts, the weather can get, one day it could be really nice out. Like today it was like almost 60 out, and then Friday we're supposed to get more snow. So that's the weather like there. But other than that, it's pretty good. Can't complain either.
That's good. We're the same way here, like I say, quite cold. Not like you guys get. And most times snow misses the city because the heat from the cities, pushes it further north. But my thing is, like I said, I appreciate people that do follow me, and I look forward to sending more good music and like I said, that's about it. I'm looking forward to recording and producing. I'm in the middle of now I can release an EP if I want to, but I want to complete an album. That's
Mhm.
my goal. You know, I haven't just started playing music. I've been doing this for quite some time.
Mhm. Well, I would like to thank Charles for joining us right here on the Gang Orange Show, today's best country mix. We truly appreciate you coming on today, and thank you.
I appreciate your interest, sir. And you take care of yourself now.